This video is sponsored by Value Testers. Hot preseason promo deals on Bacharach, Testo, combustion analyzers. Check out Value Testers for a full preview of specials, deals, and promos. Best tool company on the web, no one compares. Description and link below. This video is sponsored by Interplay Learning. Simulation-based step-by-step service testing procedures, beginning to advanced courses available. A fun and entertaining way to advance your skills. Limited time discount. Link and promo code in description below.
Morning guys, it's February 10th, 2019 on a Sunday morning. This one here I gotta go replace some traps on it's 3 sinks, like in a training facility type of thing. Underneath the sinks, the traps are all rotted, so I gotta do it, either on the weekend or at night, because I don't want to be there when there's a bunch of students there. I mean, you can't get nothing done, so. I went by there yesterday, but I guess they were painting in there, so they were using the sink, so I'm going back Sunday morning and do a swap out. I just find it's easier for me when no one's around. Try to get you some shots. It's got like a wooden panel on the bottom, so I gotta offset the drains back to miss that panel. That's what's there now. They got like twin 1.25 inch waste L's coming off the drop piece to kick the trap back, so they can put that piece of wood underneath there. So that's what I had to order. I had to order those 1.25 inch waste L's. We'll see when I get there. But I have what I need to do the job. It's a commercial building, so it's copper. Gonna have to unsolder those and solder the new ones on there. So it might be interesting. There's 3 traps. He wants me to do 3 sinks. He wants me to do all 3 while I'm there. So I do have the traps, and I do have the waste L's. All right. So here's the sink. That's an issue. And these I won't have to do them all, but you can see how the base goes. So I don't know if I could put the trap come straight. I'm gonna see if I can go straight in with the trap without it hitting that. That would save them some money, because I got all the offsets and stuff over there. But let me pull this cover off and we'll take a look in there. Looks like there's a smoke alarm right here in the hallway. This door shut. I know that one. I'll show you that one's rotted for sure. These 2, I'm going to replace them while I'm in here. So you can see in there when this is, that's why they had to do them double offsets to get the traps back, see? So that's what we're going to do. Just like that. Same thing. You can see this one's just all corroded. They're all going to be changed, but this is the bad one. So we'll leave this, and we'll just change this and that. That's copper, so that should be soldered on there. You can see it's just all corroded. She's a leaker. She's a leaker. See what I mean? No, it's just all. She's a leaker. This is the one that was really bad, so. See, it's just, she's all chooched. He's all chooched. So this has to come off. That should be soldered on there. Copper. I'm gonna have to heat that up and pull that off of there. can. See, we'll just heat this up and pop this right off of here. What I want to try to do, I don't want to set the smoke alarm off. You can see it's copper there, so I gotta unsweat this, pull this off, clean it up. That's where the new one's gonna go. That's my plan anyway, so we'll see. We'll see how the plan comes together. Right. We're gonna do the next one a little different, I guess, but I do have pipe in the truck. See how it wasn't soldered good? But I'll be able to solder that in there. That ain't a problem. We'll put a new piece of pipe. Pretty good. There it is. Alright, you can see I got an inch and a half there of pipe, so I'm just gonna cut this right here with the grinder. The old grinder treatment. I just cut that with the grinder, and my new one slide right over there, and I can solder it. That's my plan anyway. That's what I should have did with the other one, but I'm gonna have to I'll put a piece of pipe in the other one. It's not a problem. Should be able to sand that down good and get the new one on there. Yeah, that one's probably fine. We got one more to do here. I do have a piece of inch and a half. I'll just cut a piece and we'll solder that right up. That shouldn't be a problem. To be careful we don't burn the place down. She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. Oh, we don't want to make a mess. You know, if anything, I don't want to be replacing any of these pop-ups unless I have to. Here's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. Here's a crusty one. Like I said, I got the offsets, 1.25 inch waste L's by 7, I believe. Man, not easy being cheesy, Mama. Not easy being cheesy. Cut it off with a grinder anyway, so it don't really matter. There it is. Not easy being cheesy, Mama. That would have been the best to do it that way with all of them, but oh well. No one said life was going to be easy. I'm going to get this out of there, because now when you start heating it up, that shit will start cooking. Start stinking. We'll clean these up good, get the traps all prepped, and then we'll do our thing. Gotta get some sandpaper, clean them up good. I'll be alright, we'll get that. This one I'm gonna have to add a piece, but I'll be alright, we'll get that. Don't worry. Don't fear, the plumber is here. Yeah, when you use the grinder, sometimes it puts a little burr on there, so I just take the pliers and get the burr off it before we sand it. Now they do have traps that go inside the copper or on the outside. I got the ones that go on the outside. Daddy long leg there. Come on, buddy. Gotta clean that good. Gotta get that good, because it's a one-shot deal. It's gonna be clean. It's gonna be good and clean, so we can solder it up. I've got some new sandpaper here. As long as there's nothing in the pipe, it won't really give off a lot of smoke. Just need enough so it don't leak. Yeah, well, that joint looks okay. We'll get some cut another piece of pipe and we'll get some flux in there, and once we heat this pipe up, now we'll be able to solder that up easy enough. Right against the wall, but man, on my calibration, it shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. Alright guys, so I did flux that up, and I did flux it up and I did get it in there. And what we'll do is, I got this piece cut, and we'll flux this up, and it's going to be something like that, and we'll face it down. And if there was any extra paper, I did cut it. This is going to be the hardest one, is this one, because I got to do a double joint here. So this is going to be the hardest one. I'll do one of the easier ones first, see how it goes. Cheesy, Mama. It's being cheesy. You want to burn the place down. Said you could always resolder it later if there's an issue. I mean, you could resolder it. It should be fine, but like I said, if there's an issue, we could reflux it and resolder it. Ain't a problem. Ain't easy being cheesy. What about your ProPress guys? You don't want to set the place on fire either, so you gotta go easy. See how the flux pulls it in with the heat? Like I say, you want to burn the place down. So the flux is what pulls it in. The flux pulls the solder in. Didn't even really need this flange because it's all going to be covered with that wood, right? So I get a nice little snot in the bottom. That's what you want to see. I mean, they know it's flowing good. That looks good. And then the last one's going to be a bugger. If I can do it without burning down the place. Burning down the house. We don't want to do that. Let's see, I got to get both joints on this one, so this one might be a little trickier. Basically what I'm doing is I'm heating up the apparatus first, right, with the torch to get it nice and warm. And then I'll put the solder to it, because I gotta heat this up. This one might be a little bit trickier. But if we do this side, get it warm enough so the solder will flow. Get that back one first, obviously. Get it so it's warm enough for that back one. I'm gonna be careful it's right against the wall, you know? Flux that up in there. You don't want to burn it. You don't want to cook it up too much. You burn the flux out of it, and you'll be screwed. Screwed, glued, and tattooed, mama. Oh, okay, next level. Next level. You could burn the flux if you put too much heat to it. You gotta be careful. I mean, the ideal solder for this would have been 50-50, but I don't have any of that left. The old 50-50 used to use for heating. Oh man, I ain't warm enough yet. Almost. I said, if it leaks, we could resolder it, you know. But looks like it's gonna be all right. I'm hoping. I forget that other piece was already tanned right against the wall there. I don't know if you can see what not. Well, we'll see what happens. I did shut the heat off in this section, so if it does have any smoke, it doesn't travel through the building. I'm thinking that's gonna work. I hope so. We'll find out. Alright guys, so on this here, I had this so I could slide this back if I had to. And then I put pipe dope on this and I tightened it up. I like to use pipe dope on my grind joints. And then I And put this on there, and then we'll measure up. We'll cut our piece. We're gonna make our cuts here for this stuff. So we'll go from center, 4 inches, 4 1/4, something like that's good. Center to cut is 4 inches. So we want. Alright, and then we got the beveled washer. And then with that one. I'm not a big fan of these compression waste L's, but it is what it is. I gotta use them here because of the way this wood is down below. It's just how it is. Tighten everything up. And we should be able to do the rest of them. This is 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches washer in here. We'll tighten everything up and we'll give it the old Gandhi, see if it leaks. It's like I gotta get them all together first. But and if they leak, we just snug them up a little bit more. That's all. I mean, it ain't rocket science. They ain't building a space shuttle here, Mama. This joint, this ground joint, I like to put pipe dope, like I said before. Well, this should be tight. This nut on the bottom, very bottom's tight too, so. And, that should take care of it. Before we slide the flange back, we'll run it good, make sure it don't leak, don't drip back there. Before I make my final slide back. Yeah. Before I push that thing back, we'll make sure it don't leak. Let me do these other, get these other two piped off the same as this, and then we'll run the water and we'll see. That's 1.5 inches. That's 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. This one here is a plastic one, but same idea. Because the trap's 1.5 inches, and then you're going to reduce down to 1.25 inches to go to the 1.25 inches. So you need those gaskets. Just figured I'd mention it to you. You can see that's 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. It's 1.5 inches beveled, 1.25 inches beveled, right? 1.5 inches slip rubber, 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches rubber, and then the ones in there are beveled, plastic beveled. Just figured I'd mention that to you. They do make 1.5 inches by 1 3/8 for the old-fashioned tubs on legs, which I have in the truck for the Essex tubs. That's the only other size there is. 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. Straight 1.5 inches beveled. 1.25 inches beveled. Let's see, that's 1.5 inches beveled. 1.5 inches. See, it's flat. That's for like the brass. These are good for like brass waist elbows and stuff. You can use these too. They work fine. We get that last one together, and then we'll give it some water flow and see what happens. One other thing on these flared, I like to put a little pipe dope on here. I learned this from an old-time plumber. Any kind of ferrules or any kind of slip joint like this, you put a little pipe dope on there, and it will make it. There'll be a lot less chance of it leaking. It's a little tech tip. That's a little tech tip, Mama. It's a little tech tip. You want to be able to have this so this slides. It's a little tech tip, mama. I learned that from an old timer. Nobody wants leaks. We'll run it, make sure that there's no leaks. Alright guys, I'm running all 3 sinks. I'm gonna get wipe the floor good. I don't see any leaks on anything. Been running there for a while. I'll make sure that I got no leaks. You can see why I had to do the offset. See the way that wood's gonna go down? Covers everything. That's why I had to do that like that, but worked out okay. All 3, no leaks. Alright, we got one leak right on this ground joint right here. I gotta tighten that up. That's why I like to use pipe dope. I'm gonna tell you to put pipe dope on there. I tell you to put pipe dope on there. That's why you test stuff. Run it for a while, make sure that there's no leaks. What's going on? It's leaking. Pipe dope does help. I don't care what anybody says. We'll let that run for a little bit longer. Make sure that there's no leaks while I button it up. Once it gets buttoned up, you know, you can't tell what's leaking. Now, I was running hot and cold water before it wasn't leaking. Then when I ran just the cold for a while, you can see it's nice and nice and cold. It started to drip. So it's always good to do both, hot and then cold. Should kind of like, you know, shock it a little bit before you put it back together.